Hey, good morning. Welcome back to the live stream. I'm starting a little bit later here today, but thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Jeff Fritz, and today is August 31st, 2018. This is my live stream, and we're going to write a little bit of code today. I like to call this Fritz and Friends. And actually, we've got a bit of code from some of our friends here in the chat room, out there on the interwebs. Yeah. A bunch of pull requests were submitted over the past few days to our CoreWiki project. We're going to take a look at that today. I reached out to some folks after a little bit of the problems we had yesterday with Windows-based containers working with ASP.NET Core, and we have a solution we're going to take a look at here this morning and see how that works and how we can plug that into the process that we started yesterday. And then, depending on how time goes, we'll write a little bit of code at the end on our own, pursuing some of these other initiatives we've had. Taking a look over at the chat room. Good morning, Gareth. Ashley is here. Hello, hello. Smoked Coder. Hey there. IT Goran. Jester 98X from sunny Crawley. Crawley? Gareth's over there in England. Ocular Malice. Are you really in Alberta? All right, cool. Let's see. What else we got here? Who else is here? Welsh Ronaldo. Hey, good morning. Jim Priestley. Hey there. C17. Hello, hello. And Lithics. Oh, good evening. Okay, good evening. There's our friend Smab. Hello. Good to see everybody. Thanks so much. We've had more follows again while we were offline here. Let's roll over and take a look at our numbers here. And there we go. So we are at 3450 in the Rainbow Beard Challenge in that chase. We reached 5,000 before October 20th, and we're gonna dye this soup catcher here. This wonderful face of, and I'm letting it grow. Look at that. Look at how long that's getting. We're gonna let that. We'll dye that rainbow colored to salute you, the viewers, for supporting everything that we're doing here in our community. Let's get some music playing here in the background. Today, I think, let's play Orange. So this is more of the songs, more of the music from our friend Carl Franklin, called Music to Code By. It's designed, it's engineered to get you in the groove, get you in the flow, so that you can really focus on whatever task it is that you may be working on. So check it out. You can download your own copy at mtcb.pwop.com if you want to buy the songs individually, or you can go, I haven't been to the website in a while. You can go to musictoflowby.com. There it is over my shoulder. And if you go here and click through to that dub, you can actually download and play, but I think it's about a half dozen songs you can get for free to listen to on your own, on your machine. That's musictoflowby.com. We want to thank Carl for letting us play his music in the background here. It's been awesome for us to groove to get in the flow and really get stuff done together here on stream. So thank you so much, Carl, and I hope you enjoyed Music to Flow By as well as we're listening to it here in the background. Still have a bit of a jaundiced look from the camera settings. I tell you, what am I supposed to do with you folks here? Let's do this. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over here to color correction. Let's have some fun with color correcting Jeff. Let's see, let's take down the brightness a little bit. Bump up the saturation. Is that better? Nah, I'm still a little dark over there. I think that's a little bit better. Agent Orange. No, I'm not Agent Orange. What is that? How's that? I think that's a little bit better. Not bad. Already bought the MP3 collection. That's awesome, IT Goran. Thank you. I'm sure that he loves to hear that. Do you know if I buy music, can I play it on my YouTube channel? I've tried to reach Carl, but no success. Yeah, you're going to have to get an approval from Carl there on that. I think I need to push that rainbow beard behind me there. That's a little bit better. All right. Hey, Mike. It's Mike. Hi, Mike. Great to see you. Thanks for joining us. But you will have to get approval from Carl to play his music on stream. Better if you don't mind being green and orange. I think I look fine. Today's hat. This is the logo for VS Live Share, Visual Studio Live Share. And our friends at Visual Studio Live Share just released a major update this week that, let's see, where do we go here? This one. That will allow you to share your code in read-only mode. So if you run Visual Studio Code, if you run Visual Studio 2017, folks can connect in and interact and see what you're working on without actually being able to change your code. Right? So it's a great way to teach, to set somebody up to mentor on your application. There should be, I thought there was a blog post about this or something out there. Blogs, Visual Studio. Is it out here on the Visual Studio blog? So, wanted to salute Jonathan Carter and his team for the great work that they've done. Nope, they don't have a blog post about it. Nuts. There was a blog post yesterday, though, about updates to Visual Studio to include various features as part of the 15.8 release, like multi-caret support. Be able to click into various places in Visual Studio and type and edit all at the same time. That's kind of cool. Some more quick commands that you can add into your Control Q panel up at the top. Duplicate line. Duplicate line was always really there, I thought. Yeah, Control D was always there. So, that's kind of cool. Expand contract selection. I see what they're trying to do here. Control Shift Alt plus and it'll expand your selection and decrease the selection with Shift Alt minus. That's kind of neat. But I'm just quick to control and left and right around my code. How many can expect, and can we try it out here? So when you use Live Share, you can get, by default, 5 people into a session. There's an experimental flag that you can set that'll expand it out to 30. So it's something we might try on another stream. It might be interesting to do. There's a number of features that I still want to build that are outside of Live Share that I think will be really cool. Moving between issues in your document, Control Shift F12. With Alt Previous Issue, so Alt Page Up, Page Down, you can navigate to the next. That's kind of neat. Go to All Recent Files, File Member Search. Okay. Last Edited Location. Okay. That might be helpful. I'm just used to Control Q or Control Comma and jumping right to the file that I want. Depending on the key map you had, duplicate line wasn't always mapped. Oh, that's interesting to know. Visual Studio, catching up to ReSharper since 2000. You know what? These are features that people want in the editor by default. So it's making Visual Studio better for everybody. So, and Allison Buchholz, she's doing a great job building and leading the team that's adding cool new features there. All right, so the first thing that I wanted to look at actually is some feedback that we got from Saurabh, actually. Saurabh Sharati. There he is. So Saurabh is the program manager that leads the team that's managing IIS and building some of the tooling features around that and some of the things around coding and working with the Windows Internet Information Server. Easy for me to say, and a heck of a good reason why I just shorten it to IIS. Give me all the ReSharper things so I can cancel my subscription. JetBrains have refused to write a VS Code extension. It does compete with Rider, yes. And it does have a long way to go to catch up in, well, I don't know about resource waste, Performensch, but it's getting closer to feature parity. I think there's some really cool things that we're seeing being introduced. I think, though, a real stopper for folks in building and enhancing Visual Studio is the extensibility model for Visual Studio is very hard to work with. And it's becoming easier, but it's still it's a tricky thing. There's a lot of interesting stuff that you have to go through there, getting COM things mapped and APIs lined up correctly. So let's take a look at this. So this is what Saurabh had for us based on the feedback that, hey, we don't have the ASP.NET Core module running inside of the default .NET or ASP.NET Windows containers that run that run Windows Server Core that will run ASP.NET 4.7. So when you're building an ASP.NET Core application, of course, you have the option when you're building that application to build and target .NET Core, or you can target .NET Framework. If you target .NET Framework, you're constrained to only running on Windows, which means then in order to put your ASP.NET Core application into a container, it needs to run on a Windows container. But Windows containers don't have the ASP.NET Core module installed by default, right? There's a hosting module you need to install and get running. Live share with containers? No, you can't do live share with containers. You can't live share into a container. Hey, Mark Berger, good to see you. Right, Mark Berger? Mark Beeger. Let me know. I'm still deciding which language to use for my next project. Smalltalk. I think Smalltalk would be great. No, bad idea. I like C#, of course. Of course. So what Saurabh gave us is, here's a sample Docker file that will do the .NET hosting pieces. Trash talk is nice. And this is how to install the ASP.NET Core module. So what we should be able to do is grab these couple pieces. And actually, this is from Microsoft IIS. We should be able to use this as our runtime container that we would build, that we would deploy our ASP.NET Core application to. Yeah. There is trash talk in a GitHub repo. Whatever. So here's what I would like to do. I would like to, let's see here. I've got a couple other things open. Let me get rid of that. I don't need that. Here we are. We're going to get out of my database here. Look, database of data. And let's go back over to that project that we were working on, the Net Framework demo. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change. Look, there's all the news stuffs. I'm going to change my Docker configuration. Right-click on Docker here, and I'm going to say switch to Windows containers. Yes, go ahead and switch. I'm going to close this over here. I don't need that. Should be all right. So I can't shorten not gonna lie because AutoMod isn't gonna like it. Oh no! It didn't like that. Yeah, what happened there? Come on now. I'm trying to get in the moderation panel here so I can fix that for you. No. Let's allow that. My apologies for getting caught. There you go, Mike. Yeah, NGL, that's funny. Can you add deadline date in the Rainbow Bear Challenge? Rainbow Bear Challenge? Rainbow Beard. Oh, I tell you, Rainbow Bear. What is that? Yeah, maybe we can do that. I don't think that's too bad to do. Automod can be picky, yes. All right, so I thought I just opened... Didn't I just open that? There it is. There's the project. So this project is out on our GitHub if you want to download and tinker with it if you need to do this type of setting. My Docker file, where all the work is taking place right now, shows that my delivery, my runtime that I'm deploying to is .NET Framework 4.7.2 runtime as base, right? That way I have a .NET Framework a .NET Framework, what's the word I'm looking for? Image, supported image that has the version that I'm looking for out there. However, because we're building in release mode here, and I believe we're specifying the runtime ID. Yep, we're specifying that we are targeting Windows. We end up getting a full deployment of everything we need in order to run the application. So we don't really need to have .NET Framework installed and available locally here. So this one that we actually deploy to. So what I'm going to do to try and simplify and see what we can do to make this a little bit easier, I'm going to change that so we're pulling from Microsoft.iis, and we install onto that container everything needed here to do .NET hosting. So I'm just going to grab this. You know what? Let's view the whole file. Yeah. And I want the raw because I am just going to grab. That's fine. We'll grab the whole enchilada there and smash these two together, and hopefully it works. So I've pasted that code in here. Good morning from Sao Paulo. Hey, Cryptrix. .NET Framework on containers is very timely for one of your current projects. Oh, that's great. So I've pasted in everything, and we're going to call this container that we're modifying and building out. Let's call this one base. And I don't mind losing some of these things that we're doing down here at the bottom because I've archived, right? I've put this into source control. So it's okay if I delete code here because I can always roll back. I'm going to set up the environment variable, and I'm going to expose port 80. Let's do that right off the bat here so that and actually, we shouldn't have to do either of these because we're running from IIS. So let's leave them there, but I'm going to comment them out. The next pieces that it was doing was it was going to load up PowerShell, and we're going to do the install here. And when it's done, it's going to remove that install file. Looks good. So what we should be able to do is when we're finished, instead of copy into the app folder on base, we should be able to copy into inetpub www.root. I think that'll be the way to go. Azure Functions v2 code is ready. Oh, that's good to hear. All right. Maybe we'll take a look at that maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. Is there a way to have Docker run Windows containers and Linux container? For example, if you were to use Redis for caching, you might want to run a Redis image as well as your CoreWiki one. Let's take a look at that in just a minute, because one of the things that popped up when I right-clicked on Docker and said switch to Windows containers here is that it also said, here's how you can run Linux containers at the same time. That's a new feature. I think they call it LCAL for Linux containers on Windows. We'll take a look at that in just a minute. Let's see if we can get this working. So let's open PowerShell here. And I'm going to go into my Net Framework demo. And yep, my one file changed is the Docker file. So let's, right, I should be able to say Docker build. And we are going, let's call this Net Framework demo live. I'll just overwrite, you know what, let's call this not live. Let's call this try to. So we still have the other one there that did work. And we're going to need to reach down into Net Framework demo. Tell it to run in that context. Let's see what happens. So I will open this up a little bit. We can watch. No. Unknown instruction, new item. What do you mean unknown instruction? You know what? I think I need to put that escape at the top of the deal there. There we go. So we want to escape the backtick because there's a little bit of quoting there, we want to have back and forth. Jeff Holland tweeted that tools and packages are out for V2. Hey, that's great. Awesome. Redis for Windows. Yes, you can do that. Docker thing. Can you explain how you can have multiple from commands? I'm assuming the order matters, top from bottom. Are the based, final, and build keywords targets? How's that all work? Good question. While this is building, let's take a look over there and I'll explain briefly. Each one of the from statements is grabbing and saying, here's an image, right? Here's some sort of an image that we're going to start from. This is the base that we're going to add all of our features on top of. You can have multiple from statements in here using what the Docker folks call a multi-stage build. So we're going to set up this initial image with these features to start. And then we're going to grab and set up another image next to it where we're going to go and do, in this case, all of our build operations. Go do the compile in that place. And when it's done, we're going to say, okay, this has built successfully. Let's refer to that as the publish image. And we're going to call from within that publish. And we're specifying, put it somewhere on disk inside of that image. And then by doing this last step, we're saying, okay, that image you created at the beginning, we're going to target that and copy from the publish image, put stuff into it. This way, because Docker aggressively caches in between each one of these steps, theoretically, the install that we're going to do here to install the ASP.NET Core module will get cached, and we won't have to do it ever again on this machine. And our build process that happens here, where we're actually compiling the application, unless the application changes, this won't have to happen another time. So it'll allow us to move from one cached image to the next and reuse and speed up our build process. So, yep, SMAB explains it nicely there. From allows us to take from one image to the next. Let's take a look over here and see what's going on. So it is downloading and running that install inside of the Windows container right now, which is kind of nice. Then we don't need to keep an eye out for the for a green bar to be filling that, of course, never fills at quite 100%. It gets to 99 and sits there for a minute, and we wait. While we're waiting, let's thank Retro Ralph and Sergeant Spear, Oklulu J. Thank you so much for the new follows. Good. I'm glad that helps, Lithix. Let's see this, right? This build process, you want to cache as aggressively as possible, because every time that I build my Docker container, I don't want to wait for this. This takes way too long. We want to get moving here. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's taking way too long, man. Let's see. Right, because this is boring. Come on. We want the code. We want the code. We want the code. Yeah. Okay. This is doing nothing for me. And I didn't think it was that big. How big is that .NET hosting? It shouldn't be gigantic. Tumbleweeds, I know, right? Ooh, I need the good, the bad, and the ugly music. That'd be really good if I could get that, right? Because I just want to do it. Docker will not run Windows and Linux containers at the same time. Oh, Jason. Hey, Jason. So it's an experimental feature in these latest versions of Docker for Windows we saw. So we'll jump over there and take a look at that in just a minute. Millennials get anxious if something takes more than a couple minutes to finish? No. Good morning, Chef Brent. Good to see you. Yeah, it's right. Let's see if we can pop that doodad open. Right. Discover Docker Enterprise Edition. It's a only found here. No. Documentation. While we're waiting for that to run. Getting started. Where is it? Search the docs. lcal. Moo. lcal archives. Docker for Windows. lcal not running. Headline feature in Docker for Windows Desktop 18.2. Ah, Spider. Thanks so much for your subscription. I appreciate you bringing your Twitch Prime subscription to us. I will match that, and we will make a donation together to Girl Develop It so that women, underserved minorities, they'll all be able to learn how to write code just like we are here on this channel. And I think we're going to be making a we're going to be making a nice sized donation next week. So, hey, yeah, look at this. Friends know each other here in the chat room. But Spider, you're going to get to also use the .NET bot emote and use that anywhere fine Twitch channels have chat open. So I encourage you to check that out. There we go. lcal containers can now be run next to Windows containers. Use -- platform equals Linux in Windows container mode to run Linux images. Experimental option must be activated. I don't think experimental is needed anymore because I'm on the stable channel. So Docker run rm -- platform Linux and it'll just do it. Let's try that. Let's try it. I'm going to break it. So there it is. It built that Windows container for us, and I'm just going to paste in that echo hello. I thought we had it. Right? I thought we had experimental features. Proxies. Daemon. Apply. lcal containers can now run. Use -- platform equals Linux. If you pull lcal images and later disable the experimental option, you must also reset to factory defaults. That sounds dangerous. Hey, it's Arnold. Let's see. Docker is restarting. Come on, Docker. Come on, Docker. Good. Okay. Whew. All right, try that again. Look at that. But I think that also means that finishing up these vids for .NETCONF. Yes, we love .NETCONF. .NETCONF is amazing. .NETCONF is in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun with that. Let's remove these extra containers here. Baker Charlie and 83. Cool. Let's try running our net framework demo. So if I look Docker images, actually, if I do Docker images, right? It was -- right? -- where is it? Platform Linux. That didn't work. If I do a Docker PS, platform Linux. No. Worked for me just a second ago right there. I don't know. Yes, .NETCONF. Hey, Brave Cobra. So let's try running this container. See what happens. That is right. Docker run IT. Let's let the port just pass right through, and I'll run it in detached mode. Right, net framework demo. Try to, right? Try to? Yep. Hey, Funky Psy 1701. Thanks so much. Makes no sense. I guess for images, it's not really important if it's Linux or Windows. Only on the run. Yeah, but I would expect to see my ASPNET core images here as well, then. It's experimental. Whatever. All right, let's see. Let's see if this works. Docker run. It's in the background, starting up. Doing the thing. Come on. Come on. Where is it? Okay. So if I do a Docker PS, we should see that it's mapped my port 80 from port 61609. Eager ramen. Ramen. Localhost. I see a waiting for localhost behind me. Yes! Woo! Okay, so the comment is, and it's a very good point here from Fleesum, is that container is 5.1 gig. Took about a day, but we got there. Yeah, but you know what? We figured out something that's kind of important here. That call you Liam. All right. So what Liam is pointing out is, yeah, that's 5 gig. However, if you were running that inside of a VM, that'd be 20 gig. And you wouldn't be able to copy and paste it and get it up and running as easily. So, you know, it's for folks who are very Windows coupled in their application deployment, that's not bad at all. They're looking at that and going, yes, it's only 5 gig. However, Linux folks are looking at that and going, I deploy an Alpine image that's 50 meg. What the heck are you doing? Space for folks is cheaper. And for them to see something that takes up 10 times less space than what they're currently managing, you know, that's not bad. Most of your Windows container images are 13 gig. Right. And if you were building that and putting that into a SQL server running on full Windows, you're talking about a ton of space. You know, hundreds of gigs. So it is, yeah, it's relative. Yeah, I agree. It's, I completely agree with you. 5 gig to just run a little application like this, that's crazy. But once you deploy it once, right? And when you go to start up the next one, you're not using 5 gig for the next one, right? So I completely agree, Liam. The ideal would be more like Alpine sizes. If we could get to .NET Framework running on Windows Nano, and unfortunately, Windows Nano they're not targeting. At least the last discussions I had, we weren't looking at putting Windows Framework on there. So we save terabytes versus the previous IaaS, right? That's infrastructure as a service is what he's referring to. But I completely agree. Yeah. 5 gig plus container for a simple app is normal. I get it, least fixed point, but when you look at the size of the VMs that folks were deploying, it's an improvement. Hey, Brendan, good to see you. Stream has been up for, we started a little bit late here. I had an appointment I had to get to this morning. Complex app would be 5 gig also. Yeah. And the quick clip from Brent, fantastic. Let's share that out to Twitter. Let all the folks see me and my goofiness out here. All right. So let's commit that change. I'm thrilled to see that change. So let's add this. Git commit. That's not how you spell commit. Updated to install the ASPNET core module and run on IIS. That's not how you spell commit. Who is? Wake up. Thank you. All right. Cool. Git push. Thank you. I was going to say, why is Git taking forever here? All right, so let's kill that container. I don't need that running in the background anymore. We got it working. I am thrilled with that. And great work, Sir Rob. Awesome stuff. That really works nicely for us now. And it that feels like a good solution. And the fact that I was able to copy that in as just an update to our from statement, right? We didn't have to build our own container image and have it hanging out there. While having a container image hanging out there would be nice, that update to the Docker file right there, easy to do and drop in there. I feel like this is something that I should write a blog post about a little bit later today. Can you run an MVC5 web app in Docker with the framework container or just .NET Core? Yes, you can, Spider. Absolutely, you can. If you look at, right, if I look at my Docker images here, I actually grabbed, there is a Microsoft ASP.NET 4.7.2, and there's earlier versions of the container as well. Just deploy your MVC5 web app into that container. Now, least fixed point is going to tell you, you're going to take on 5.3 gig of container image size. However, if you were deploying to a VM, it's much bigger than that. But you're in a good shape. Same thing with Web API. Put it into that same container, and you're in a great shape if you're on .NET Framework. Coded Beard, yep. If you have old web services, WCF, Web API, various other things, those server-side applications, you can put them in these Windows containers and run them, and they'll be a lot easier to manage. Kubernetes is getting features to be able to manage the Windows containers. So really great stuff to see. All right, so Brent put that clip together. Where's that clip? I'm going to grab that clip from Brent. Where'd it go? Let's grab this. Apathetic vein salad Bible thump. Are you kidding me? I like it. Woohoo, we got ASP.NET Core running on .NET Framework 4.7.2 in a Windows container on IIS. There we go. Awesome stuff. Thanks, Brent. All right. So Linux Postgres container is like 240 meg. Yeah, it is. Absolutely. I'm attending virtually. What am I attending virtually? Mr. Regs. DotNetConf. I'm not just attending. I'm hosting DotNetConf. And least fixed point, a lot of that is the overhead of Windows that you're seeing there. So, there's our friend Veronica retweeted our woohoo. That's great. Oh, and hey, Veronica's here. Cool. Good morning. Got to dash. Great seeing you, Liam. Thanks so much for joining us. So, this is all foreign language to me, so I'm going to stop hurting my brain. All right. Take care, Iota. Thanks for joining us. All right. So we went through, and there's our updates to our Net Framework container. Yeah, I'll put together a blog post around this, and I'll tidy up the GitHub repository here a little bit. Open up the README a little bit. Retweeted it to your 3,000 bot followers. That's awesome. Thank you, Ocular Malice. It's, I'm sure, a very secure bit there. So this GitHub repository is here. That's almost my main purpose in creating clips for alerts. Oh. That's not a bad idea. Could the only container ASP Classic should be in is a coffin? Ooh, that's rough. But I like the idea of maybe having me with the woohoo every now and again for an alternate uh alternate alert there. That might be fun. Things to trigger with Stream Deck. Yeah. Interesting. So, quick reminder, and I still haven't posted the event yet. Next week, we're doing a DevOps workshop, and it won't be here on this stream. I'll host it here on this stream. I'll be syndicating it here on this stream, but we'll be over doing the soft launch for the Visual Studio channel next Friday. It's going to be a 6-hour workshop. We've got 4 amazing guests joining us. Donovan Brown is going to kick it off. He'll be here in the online, ready to answer your questions from the chat room, talking all about DevOps process and getting things running out on Azure is what we're going to be talking about. Jessica Dean will join us and show us how to do some really cool stuff with continuous deployment. And we're going to wade into Kubernetes a little bit, and that'll be a lot of fun. Abel Wang will join us for a little bit and talk about some more of the things that you need to know around the DevOps processes. And we're going to end the day with our friend Oren Novotny. That's going to be really cool. This is a workshop, not .NETCONF, because the week after is .NETCONF. .NETCONF we will host here. We'll syndicate here on the C# Fritz channel, but you'll be able to catch it live all 3 days on the Visual Studio channel, both on Twitch and Mixer. And we'll have amazing content from Channel 9 on day 1 and day 2. But day 3, for those of you that are not in the States, not typically, if it's nighttime, if it's middle of the afternoon for you, we're going 24 hours from 5 p.m. Pacific Coast time all the way through to 5 p.m. Pacific time on Friday. And we're going to have people broadcasting all day long, 24 hours, along with some really cool bumpers, some little 5-minute videos that are being dropped in from folks like our friend Chef Brent, that are going to talk about all kinds of great things. Oh my gosh. Die Cola dos von der Eck. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. But .NETCONF, check it out next week. And we're even going to be hosting a virtual attendee party on the first night. It'll be myself and Richard Campbell live on Twitch, taking your questions over Twitter. And it's going to be crazy. I'm not afraid of splintering the chats. So Restream.io, the service that we're going to be using, will actually merge all those chats together for us. The cola from the corner. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as I was reading that. I recognize that German. So, hey. So, thanks for joining us, Die Cola von der Ecke. What's up? Not much. What's up with you? Thanks so much for tuning in. All right. One North Dakota. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. So our little Rainbow Beard Challenge continues to grow. And I've got a spot over my shoulder there. Look at that. It's this one. From my green light. There we go. That's better. All right. I think we're set to go back over. Now, we had a bunch of pull requests on the project that we've been working on a lot recently. Now, this project is called CoreWiki. You have probably seen me working on it. We've been doing a lot of really cool stuff with this. CoreWiki is a simple content management system that we've been building slowly, but with education in mind, so that we can all learn from it and we can try different techniques, try different services, try different tools with this, and learn together around those things. But we've been slowly building this, and it's built using ASP.NET Core. So it'll run cross-platform in any type of container, on any type of operating system. It'll run on Raspberry Pis. It'll run out in the cloud. It'll run on your desktop. It'll even run on your grandmother's computer. I don't know if you want to do that, but you could do that. Okay? All right. We'll talk about the code. So we've got a bunch of pull requests that some of our friends here, in some in the chat room, some folks that check in every now and again submitted. I wanted to go over, review some of these pull requests, merge them in, and take a look out here. Tiered compilation, Jester says. Missed that one. Is that new to 2.1? Yes. Tiered compilation was introduced as part of the... what was that? Something made a noise. As part of the .NET command line interface and compilers in... the 2.1... You'll see it in 2.1.400, I think is where you'll typically find that. All right, what's making noise here in the background? You know what? It's this guy. Goodbye. No more edge. Bye-bye. Yeah, we're good. All right. So, let's take a look at some of these updates, some of these pull requests. We're going to start off. Dev Lead has an update for us. We started using Cake to help with our build process, to help with our continuous integration, and Cake updated to 0.30 and now uses the .NET SDK 2.1401 so that we can do that tiered compilation, which makes it run a little bit faster during build time. So now Cake is a global tool that you can install and run real easy. So I'm going to do that. I want to make sure that I have Cake as a global tool available to me, so that Cake, and Cake isn't referring to that PHP framework, right? This is actually referring to Cake is C# make. So C# and make, you put those together and you end up with Cake. Hopefully it's gluten-free. No. So now we can run .NET Cake and actually compile. So that's extremely convenient to have available to us. Docker image, then a little touch up here, and it's building properly according to AppVeyor. So I'm just going to take a quick look at the files changed, make sure nothing crazy was looped in here. Just formatting of Git attributes, that's fine. Wait a sec. Changed the end of line to line feed. I worry about that, because that's going to force our lines to change. I know. Yes, actually, Dev Lead is the head of Cake, right? Matthias is the lead developer on Cake. I worry about that. Git ignoring the .NET folder, that's fine. Travis flipping to 401, that's fine. Docker file pointing to the Cake 030, fine. These are all just version updates. Okay, build Cake is running on Windows. Just resolve npm. Okay. Or throw exception, failed to resolve npm. Yeah. Only sh files. Oh, right. Right. It's adding that line. Okay, I think we're fine on that then. That for non-Windows machines. Okay, I can buy that. Let's see. .NET installer URI. This is for the build PS1, so telling it where to go get everything here. Wow. Install the .NET Core CLI is what he's doing here. And right, that's if it's not available. Set TLS. Wow. That feels like that should be boilerplate stuff that shouldn't be in our project. But I get what's going on there. Remove path variable. Okay. Install Cake. So get .NET Core CLI path if installed. Yeah. All right. Build sh is going to Cake version 030. Okay. So nothing here is actually modifying or changing our code. And it built and compiled built successfully. So I'm confident in merging and getting that running. Let's take a look. Let's just let this go. Yes. Thank you very much for the update. It's great to stay current. All right. That's easy. Turning off security systems, rebooting Docker, turning on security systems. Yeah. My UCI if you run a Dino Park. Yes, that's a great idea. All right, let's see. What do we got here? Ooh, we actually took another pull request while I wasn't looking. Okay. New Fritz theme from Smab. Oh, what did we do here? In case of 5000, break glass. Oh no. What did we do? Theme partial. Oh, Smab. What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? I got a feeling. I got a feeling that somebody made a rainbow theme. This is going into the dev branch. And it's just a bunch of CSS files. All right. I've got to see this. All right. I'm going to hold off on putting a comment in there until I see this. Let's do this. Here we go. No, I don't. Let's go to CoreWiki. Go over to dev. Let's pull that down. Okay. Along with... Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's see what we got. I have a feeling that I'm being trolled here. Let's... oh, we got to... let's npm install, make sure everything's here. $6K rainbow lines. Hoping it's going to be like Nyan Cat. Oh, no. Oh, no. .NET run. And... do. Come on. Using launch settings. Yeah. All right, let's give this a shot. All right. See, that looks amazing. It's a beautiful CoreWiki. I love it. Looks great. Shut up. Okay. Yeah, it's better than this one. Got bored one evening, did you? Oh my gosh. I want to take a screenshot of that. Where is it? Snipping tool. Oh my gosh. Oh, man. That is some high quality trolling. Well done. Oh, man. I like it. Oh. Main dainty herring cool cat. Oh, look at this. We got some clips already. Look at this. So pretty, says Paolo. Yeah, it is. Oh, man. Hey, I am welcoming any and all themes you want to punch in there. That's fantastic. Oh, some of the themes are slightly different with their other components. Oh, do tell. Let's go to some other pages. Let's go up here. Latest changes. Hey, there. Look at that. Ooh. This article is actually a domain. Hey. Wow. What happens if I log in? Let's log in. I'll log in with Twitter. Oh. No, we want rainbows. Nope, doesn't remember it. Oh, no. Oh, that's better. Okay. Let's see. If I go over to my user profile page. Ah, there we go. All right. Personal data. Two-factor authentication. Yes. Always add two-factor authentication. And my external logins, how's that look? Nah, big deal. But, oh, the trolling level is amazing. User admin? Look at that. Current users, yeah. Oh, that's hysterical. Oh, look, at least, look, green and red. Wow, pretty. It is. Oh, it's wonderful. The only thing you're missing is a profile photo with a rainbow beard. Don't tempt Moz. I didn't have any roles. Missed that bit. Yeah. Alrighty. Oh, that's hysterical. Oh, man. Alright. Oh. Why do I have 3 on dev? What is it? What are the 3 here it's got for me? Can't be that bad, right? Get that back in sync. Yeah. But I should be able to merge all of those changes down into our new data project. So, oh, look at this, and Data Trek has posted to Twitter. Right? I think you just did. No, I'm in dev. Right, if I go back, I don't care. Don't care about it, about the lock file. It's not going to let me check out. No. Please move or remove them before you switch branches. Fine. Be that way. Can't find it. No, it's in this folder. Ha! Jump back over. Okay. Now, if I tried to merge dev, right? Yeah, of course there's a merge conflict. Of course there is. If I take a look, it shouldn't be too bad. Why didn't I just run git status here? It is the layout and the Docker file. You know what? I'm going to abort the merge. Because I want to go through and do these other pull requests first. So, you folks, you fine folks, pair programmers out there, spend some time doing this. I'm going to make sure that we allocate appropriate attention to your work. Am I using Git Lens for VS Code? Yeah. I think I am, actually. Slack chat, extensions. Git Lens. Oh, no, I'm not. Yes, I am. Supercharge it. Yeah. Oh, okay. Not right now. LSAKFK. Thank you so much for the follow. All right, so there's... Yeah, I do have Git Lens available. So... fix the Markdown toolbar. Smab took some time here. Simple MDE, the rich text editor we're using in CoreWiki, hasn't been updated in more than a year. I can fix up the styling of the toolbar, the clicks don't work, and the JavaScript SVG version of Font Awesome. Easy MDE is a fork that has active development and has fixed the problems. Cool. Right, that's the benefit of open source, is somebody picks up and keeps running with a project. Delightful editing for beginners and experts alike. Enjoy it now. It's delightful. Yeah, okay, whatever. So fixed formatting, switched to using easy MDE. So files that changed. So you took out the includes on Bootstrap, Moment, and Simple MDE. You shouldn't have to include those. Yeah. That's okay. And flipped from Simple MDE to Easy MDE and changed the configuration there. Awesome. Editor style. Yep, just changing pointers. That's easy. And then libman is pointed to Easy MDE instead of Simple. Cool. Makes sense. And this is going into dev branch. All right. Great stuff. Thanks for picking up and updating that. Thank you for the update. Yeah, that was starting to not look right and getting a little chunky. Uses unpackaged this time. Yeah, so... Right. Fast Global Content Delivery Network. Yeah. And Kobe, thank you for the follow. The forking now of content delivery networks is going to drive me insane. Fixed the displayed current page number. And this looks like it was just we were being stupid. The current page number didn't update according to the current requested page. Removed the following line fixes it. So, oh, and added some tests too. Yeah, there was an extra search current page right inside of search CSHTML. Let me jump over to CoreWiki here. That's wrong. There we go. No. Yes, unpackaged did get added to libman. All right, so search page is pages, search. So with this pull request from, who did the pull request? Spoutier is saying is that when we did the search, we're always forcing the current page to 1 instead of to the page number that was specified. So the merge here will get rid of that and adds a unit test to ensure that you can actually get to page 2. Sorry. Thank you so much for catching this. And I really appreciate the new unit test as well. Cool. All right, so if I go back to the other branch, pull in that, we should see that additional unit test appear. Yep, reload, please. Come on. Thank you. Today. There we go. So Test Explorer should wake up, and we should see that additional test here. Go. Run them all. And I want to see all my tests run. I mean, this is saying all the tests ran properly. There we go. There's search tests. On get async with page number equal to 2 and 12 posts should return that search page. Fantastic. And it does. Cool. Good stuff. Thank you, Spoutier. And yeah, there we go. We can see some folks showing up on the CoreWiki ticker up top for their contributions. Awesome. Why, when you log in, the first view of the screen doesn't use the CSS? Next navigation is fine. Don't know. We'll figure that out. We will figure it out. We can do it. It will be done. Just the way Walter White says. Not just me, but I think we all are. We're all going to get it done. Spoutier has prevent email notification being sent without user consent. Added a return false statement to get out of the send new comment email function when user didn't give consent for receiving notifications. Okay. Yeah. Good catch. Thanks for patching this. I mean, you added a return false. Okay, cool. And that should close 242. There it is. So that was an issue Ashley opened. Yep. So, easy patches. That's how much of this is just that. I don't know if it's caching. It could be caching. Move the cookie consent so that it doesn't cover the main nav bar. So what this is referring to, of course, is if we open this in a new window, helps if the application's running, doesn't it? Smashing out fixes, yes, absolutely. Easy way to get a high score on the score bar. Let me see here. See if we can force that to reload. Scoreboard, properties. Refresh the cache. Should see some new folks pop up there. So the first time you go to it, your cookie policy goes here. And yeah, it overlaps the nav bar. A little bit by design to kind of force you to do something before getting anywhere. Right, before being able to click off somewhere. And even if you did click off somewhere, right? If there was a link to go somewhere, like history here, you're still blocked from being able to do much else. So, okay. So the comment here in, not that one, adopts the proposal in the new 2.2 preview templates. A number of times during the stream, we've got caught out by this blocking the nav bar. It brings the consent into the main body of the page. Also localizes the accept button text. That's something that we've also worked on a little bit here, is doing a little bit of localizing of some of the text. It hasn't been a priority, but there's some more low-hanging fruit. If somebody, wants to spend some time, wants to learn and see how this works and put together a pull request, and English is not your primary language, you're more than welcome to submit a translation, and we'll merge it in here, and it'll be available for folks to use as we deploy CoreWiki. So looks like there's a style update, compiled theme files. Did you put another rainbow theme in here, Smap? Is there more rainbow goodness to be found here? Cookie consent partial. So this is a resource file that has the accept and the text of your cookie policy. So that's okay. That's fine. Cookie consent partial. So removed the old nav element here, and it's now a div called cookie consent. And it's an alert instead of a nav element that gets anchored to the top. So the function finds the cookie consent element and the cookie data, the button, and then says on click, document cookie, and it sets the document. Right? It basically says it's been acknowledged. And you've just set the policy for the positioning of it. That's fine. That means that all of our themes are going to be rebuilt. Not just the theme ouch CSS, but also our wonderful new rainbow theme. But it should recompile and be available when you rebuild. We shouldn't have to redo that. I'm curious what this looks like. So this is in dev branch. All right, let's copy this down. Kill that. All right, and bring in those changes. Cool. I need to... Yeah. So if we do a .NET build now, we should get it to... Right, it should rebuild that CSS file for us from the SAS file, because they're all out there now. Yep, localhost 8081. So now if I refresh this, I shouldn't see a difference here, but when I open it in a private window where we haven't acknowledged it, nope. Localhost 8081, and that needs to be HTTPS. I don't see it. Where did it go? Right? Private window should see it. Storage. Show me the cookie. Show me the cookie. Delete all. There we go. Text of your cookie policy goes here now. That's not bad. And then as I navigate around, it just kind of hangs around. Okay. That accept button doesn't look like it's... $$1 is undefined. Moment is not defined. So it looks like we got an issue in our JavaScript here. Is it just on this search page? Nope. Moment's not working at all. Dollar is not defined. Yeah. Did we completely yank? Nope. jQuery's there. All right. I'm in a weird branch. No, I'm not. Should have made learn more a button link as well. Perhaps. But, yeah. This in Bootstrap.js. Moment is not defined. Yeah. Let's take a look-see here. So there's all of our icons. Okay. If we go down to our script at the bottom, moment jQuery popper. Should moment appear after jQuery? It's Bootstrap is what fires first, saying that it can't find, and that's weird. Moment needs jQuery first. Twisty maze of passages. Might need to run libman again. If I do a .NET build, right, it should run libman now as part of this. There it is. No. What is util.js? Yeah, this isn't us. This is Bootstrap. Okay. Gonna roll up my sleeves and dig in. So is that in the layout? We're saying moment needs jQuery first. I think we need to move moment in there, which means we also need it referenced somewhere down here as well. There. Let's see if that does it. Just changing the order so that the things are available. Nope. Right, util was part of Bootstrap. Moment is not defined. Dollar is not defined. That says to me like jQuery is not here. jQuery Bootstrap then moment, yeah. Voltage X is asking, how am I getting so much JavaScript CSS package integration with .NET Build? Because I was eaten by a GRU, according to Lithics. No. What's happening is there's a new tool that's been made available from the Visual Studio team called libman, or Library Manager. Library Manager is intended to take some of the politics and some of the node requirements that come with NPM and remove those so that you can, using a pure .NET solution, still interact with NPM, get content from there without having to build a package that you need to run inside of your application. So libman integrates with the build process. If we take a look at our project here, so this is stuff that I believe we added to make sure that we have NPM installing properly, but we'd really like to remove that. But I believe it's bundle config and libman JSON. If these are in the project folder, it'll do the install and it'll work with these tools now. So, pretty cool stuff. Let me do an npm install just to make sure everything's here. Yeah. Didn't it? No, this is... But I merged it into that same dev branch. Or I was merging it into the dev branch. .NET build. Restoring, yeah. So jQuery 3.3.3.1. So it should be there. Yeah, there was a line. I thought there was a line that had to be added to the CS proj, but I didn't see it. Oh, there it is. Library manager build. And it'll identify and do that as part of that. No, I am in the consent branch. So it isn't merged over yet. Okay, so... And let me get rid of package lock. And if I merge this then... before I push it, make sure that it... Now let's try it. Git operations by committee. 17. Yep. Good. It's running. I'm getting too clicky here. Nope. Moment is not defined. So that all right. Before we push up, let's debug, let's fix. Now, why does it say there's 5 changes? Yeah, now there's 6. Paxom, thank you so much for the follow. Moment is not defined because it needs jQuery to load, which isn't. Clean my lib folder and try again. You find watching streams the best way to learn Git commands. Code Veronica, I think it's the best way to watch me mess up Git commands. Why I don't do the signing, just get a fancy green icon next to your name, type the pass all the time, gets annoying. There's a way to tell it to remember the password. And I should set that up. So let's clean that lib folder. Right, dub root, let's delete this. Let's get it to rebuild. Okay. So I shouldn't have to re-npm install. I should be able to do .NET run, and it'll do the whole build process and push that stuff out. Should we clip that? Let's see here. Let's refresh. There we go. Our times and things look right now. All right. If we try localhost 8081, forgot the HTTPS, and I'm going to... Shouldn't it have crushed my cookies just because I opened a new browser? Right? There it goes. Accept, and it works. Goes away. Looks nice. I like it. Cool. There we go. Awesome. Thanks for the update. This looks much better. Actually, wait a sec. Does it look better? So what was the problem? The files in the lib folder needed to be purged and rebuilt. They were out of sync. They weren't cool the way they were. So if we look at that, and if we do new private window, yeah. Let's do that. Let's see, localhost 8081. There it is. Let's crush the cookies. No, Jeff, come on. Delete the cookies. Which I think is weird. It should have done that for me, you know? Okay, now I said delete all. Do it. Thank you. And if I change this to rainbow. Oh, look at how the accept looks. That could use rainbowification. All right. Cool. And that's it. That's all of our pull requests. Yay! We got through them all. Rainbowification PR coming up. Oh no. I think that is a bug in Edge. I'm not using Edge. I'm using Firefox, actually. We just coined that. Rainbowification. You've heard it here first. We're going to rainbowificate my beard. Yours doesn't keep the cookies when you go incognito. I know, right? When I go into... wait, what? No. New private window. Tracking protection. Right. It should not have saved all of those things. But it remembered. Sure remembered it. From one private session to the next. Private my foot. Update the rainbow for the new UI. Unicornification. That we could definitely do something with unicorn. Sure, why not? It's a theme. Want to see that beard. Exciting stuff. All right. It doesn't save, but remembers. Dragonification. Sure, right? These are just backgrounds. Drop in a theme with pointers to an image or a texture. Absolutely. I have a thought. Let me drop this out there. Drop it like it's hot. I wouldn't mind sponsoring, running a cool theme contest here on stream, and we can set. I don't have my normal mug over here with me with the logo on it, but we can send out either a mug or maybe a phone case. Right? No, red bubble. Right? So tell you what. What do you think? We could run a little theme contest. So if you want to write a theme for CoreWiki, I will send you. Let's make it a phone case. If right, phone case or a mug, I'll let it be your choice. And your choice of colors: blue, magenta, or black. If you want to put together a theme for CoreWiki, you've seen how easy it is. Smab put one together. It's a SAS file. It gets built during the process. And let's put a label out here. And let's call this theme contest. PR for the theme contest. Can I get a rainbow label? That'd be kind of cool. Whatever. Fine. Do it. Send over a PR. Can you theme the merchandise too? I'll send you either a phone case or a mug. We'll order it, have it shipped directly to you, and yeah, submit a pull request with a cool theme. We will check them out. Let's see. So 2 weeks out is .NETCONF. Let's see here. Let's look at the calendar. Nuts. I want to look at the calendar. I don't want to see my start menu. Nope, not going to look at it today, are we? So let's look at 2 weeks. 2 weeks from Monday. What do you think? Sound like fun? So Monday, let's say Monday the 17th. It finds the themes programmatically. I might push this to CoreWiki in advance of this. Rainbow mug? No. So I'll send one of these out to you. Put together a theme, help us get a couple more themes into the box. The really cool ones we'll of course keep around. If you submit something that looks kind of funky, and the group here thinks, no, we won't keep it, but we'll get your stuff in. Your name will go up on the big scoreboard up top. Maybe we can do random themes. Sure. Maybe, give you a random theme when you log into CoreWiki. We're getting real close to deploying. I think we might want to talk about deploying and setting up that initial CoreWiki app website out on Azure. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow, set up a production instance now that we have the domain names. But I'll put a description of this on the Twitch wall. I'll also put a thing about the Rainbow Beard Challenge there. Sounds like I've got a couple blog posts there that I need to put together. But take a shot at it. Have fun with it. The CoreWiki is intended to be extremely flexible. And if please, when you submit something for consideration, just put the theme contest label on it so we can find them. We can take a look back and forth. But give it a try. It'll be your first pull request, perhaps. And you might win something from it. Worse than ouch. If somebody comes up with hot dog stand, that might be fun. And I'm printing stickers for TwitchCon here over the next few weeks. We'll figure it out. I'm sure we'll make sure everybody gets some recognition, and let's give this a try. So theme party, yeah, sure, absolutely. But I think that's all the time I have today to go through this. I'm thrilled. We had a lot of fun today. We had some great pull requests from folks that really makes CoreWiki a little bit more usable. Had a lot of fun with that rainbow theme. Thanks so much, Smab, for sending that along. CoreWiki hat. I might be able to print a hat for .NETCONF. Get a hat stitched. Now you got me thinking. So I'll write up a couple of these things that we talked about here today. The theme contest. Need to write up a little bit about how we did that thing with .NET Framework and how we got .NET Framework with ASP.NET Core working in a Windows container. All right, let's see if who's out there streaming that we might be able to jump on. I don't think Dev Chatter is streaming this afternoon. No. Neither is our friend... what's his name? Mark Miller. He doesn't normally stream on Fridays. You know who does stream on Fridays that we might be able to catch up with? Is Brian Clark. Nope, not yet. He's not online yet. Gosh. I don't want to just end. I'd like to redirect over someplace. Who's this? The Corner Place. Prototyping a ray tracing something? That sounds cool. To stream or not to stream? Let me know if you're interested. I'm more than happy to support other folks that want to try streaming and get involved with this. So this is C, OpenGL, and Python. This looks kind of cool. Incoming raid. So let's let our friend here, the Corner Piece, know that we're going to be checking out what he's working on. All right. Got a project in mind. Awesome. Great to hear. This is the Corner Piece. I'm sorry, the Corner Piece. All right. That's all I have time for today. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining. If you want to check out ray tracing and some of the stuff that the Corner Piece is working on, I hope you stick around. It'll automatically jump you over there. This video, of course, will be archived, put out on YouTube a little bit later today. I'll be back again tomorrow, and I think tomorrow we're going to actually deploy and put in a production running location of CoreWiki out there. I'll see you then.